Okay, hi everybody. It's Slara and Aliza.
Hey, everybody.
And Aliza's going to read us her love letter from the future. This was a collaboration, as you've probably already heard us say, of I think there's 13 of us in total who did it. And we all wrote love letters from our future selves or from the future itself. And it's pretty cool, actually. It's really fun. Before you read it, Eliza, I know when you were coming back on the plane from Arizona, you said you sat down on the plane and you read through it on the plane. And I remember you telling me something about it. Do you want to say what that was?
Yeah, I did. And just the backstory, I'd flown to Arizona on like a split second, like I was there in 12 hours because my dad was dying and he did die. And I was there a whole week and we had a brilliant, just absolutely sacred time. And it was exhausting. So I got on the plane to come home a week later, not a week after he died, but a week after I went. And I thought, I'm just going to read this because I know everybody that wrote in it, and I knew that I'd written mine, but I didn't even really know what I'd written. So, and I just had it on Kindle. So I thought, well, I'll just start and then I'll nap. I'll read one. And I read the first one, and I read the second one, and I read the third one, and I read the fourth one. I think there's 13 of them, right? You just said that. I read every single one of them without even putting the book down. And every single time I was lifted, I was expanded, I was inspired. I'm like, yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
And what's amazing to me is the similarities and the differences. Like we all have a very different focus and take, but they were like, when you look at the whole mosaic of it, it is so clear that we're in the same future.
Yeah.
And just, it stunned me actually. It didn't surprise me, and it stunned me.
I get that too. I was the same because I was collating them and doing the editing. And as they came in, I would be like, oh, wow, and then they fit so perfectly all together, just like that. But it was so interesting, the differences, like Hillary writing from, who would have thought that one plant, one seed could change the world, and then she talked all about plant-based everything and from an innovator's view, and then others nutritionalists and others just all kinds of, it was just so exciting to read. I loved it.
Yeah, me too. I think everybody who's interested in the future should get a copy because it's super easy. It's like 15 US, it's like $3 on Kindle, and just immerse yourself in what might be possible. It's so,
Especially right now, because there's just, those of us that are living it now, we get it. We know this is a way of life. And yet there's a lot of crazy going on. And that book helps lift you through the crazy and just say, you know what? It's all going to be fine. It's all going to turn out brilliantly. I really believe that. I'm pretty sure you do too, but because
oh,
of,
absolutely. I was talking to a couple fairly recently who I don't know well, but I was talking about, he's very much into like UFOs and extraterrestrial and afterlife. And then also we were talking about Akashic records and soul retrieval and all kinds of things. And I said, I believe in all that stuff, but I'm not so interested in the past because I'm really curious about the future. And the lady said, doesn't the future scare you? And I thought, what an interesting statement.
yeah.
Of course, it was before we'd actually done this book, or I think I'd submitted mine, but anyway, I don't know when it was recently. But this whole, I became really aware that people don't live in the future like we do.
Yeah.
Because we do every time we meet, every week, at least every week.
We live in the future now.
We live in the future now. That's right now.
Making all that come alive and real in our lives practically, that's what we're
Absolutely.
doing. So, and a lot of people might think, oh, it's a kind of fluffy, gently, fiction-y type thing, but it's not. It's based on innovators' experience and transformationalist experience and consciousness innovators' experience. And it's kind of, it really was like tapping the future and letting it inform us. So with that said, ta-da, read on.
All right. So we have these brilliant titles of our love letters. Mine is entitled Love Letter from the Future number 12, which I love that we did that. My name is Aliza Bloom Robinson. I am from the United States, Arizona, and Arkansas. I have to put my glasses on so I don't struggle. Dearly beloved, radiant, beautiful one, I am the future, coming to you in 2020 during the depths of a pandemic, upheaval, and general chaos in the world at large. Firstly, I want you to know that you are beloved and loved. You are the ones who are doing the amazing work that allows for the creation of where we are now in the future. Everything is going to be all right. Can't you hear the voice of Bob Marley singing to you? Every little thing's going to be all right. The world as you know it is in a cocoon of unbecoming. It is going to mush just like the caterpillar does before becoming the butterfly. Yet even in the mush, the imaginal cells are gathering. There is great beauty in this process. As much as you can imagine, you cannot begin to imagine the beauty of the new. It's already being formed. Many of you are both tapping into it and creating it, both at the same time. That's what you just said, Solara. The future is bright, so bright you gotta wear shades. Another classic song, Future So Bright by Timbuk3. The world is completely different now in the future. The earth looks the same on the future, but when you look closely, and that's part of the difference, your sight is enhanced. The colors are so bright. Most people can see the effervescent sparkling of all objects and living things. The air is pristine, the environment thriving. The world operates at oneness from a state of allness. The humans know their interconnection with all living beings. The cross-cultural connections you are beginning to see in 2020 are complete. The new species has emerged of universalites, a species that includes all species on Earth. The communication is less with words of a language and more the language of heart that transcends all separation and limitation. Communities are truly communities, for the awareness of interconnectivity is the foundation of who we be together. It is truly a world that works for all people. The ideas you carry of borders and governments and even most of your social systems are no longer. The world is the world. People move freely in and through and across the oceans and continents. Travel is instantaneous. Think of where you'd like to be and you are there. The people are happy at their core, most living and working to their hearts and souls' content. The systems of economics and financial structures are completely changed. Money no longer exists, and what's come in its place is a world that works for all people, that all people have everything they need at every moment. The freedom to play and dance and sing permeates the lands, which are rich with sustainable and mutual nourishing flora. We live in and with the lands, yet have all the creature comforts we desire. We live with one another and co-create beauty and systems with innovation, creativity, and collaboration for the betterment of the universe. Universal wholeness is the way of being. There's so much I could tell you, but what I really want you to know in 2020 is this. The future is bright. Everything is gonna be all right. Love, kindness, compassion are the foundations of being and the pathway to the future. Your deepest soul fulfillment is not only possible, it also is the pathway. See the future, imagine the future, pop into the future as often as possible. As you activate miraculous outcomes, you are preparing your mind for the expansion of consciousness. As you power up possibilities, you are building the pathways of what is coming. Keep expanding and playing and popping in. It's already there, and you are part of the co-creation of it. Come and play. We are waiting on you, calling you, playing with you now. Begin by being your biggest, boldest, most brilliant becomingness in every moment. and you'll glimpse the future. We have so much love for you, a universal love that transcends all time and space. Feel it now. Be it now. With great love, deep appreciation, and a huge cosmic zing of the miraculous future.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. And you know, that's not so wildly crazy out there. That's a lot of us are living a lot of that already. You know, I look around and I see that color and thrivingness in nature. And here where I live in the UK, the air is pristine. It's absolutely beautiful. And sometimes I wonder, is it because we've gone to a vibrational frequency and it's practical and alive and everything around us dances with that? You know, I don't think it's such a far-fetched or far distant future that we're talking about. I think
no, this one's not like 100 years because it's right now this week in Arkansas. The air is absolutely pristine. And the glare of the fall sun and the sparkle, everything is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic. That's great to hear. So, yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you for reading it. So if anybody would like to buy a copy of Love Letters from the Future, you can get it on Amazon and Kindle or 4-color print, because some of Fleur's paintings are in there scattered throughout. You'll find some of those. So let me see if I can find another one just to show everybody. So here's one at the front. There you go. And they're scattered. There's a few scattered throughout. So yeah, brilliant. Okay,
Brilliant.
thank you very much.
Right, thank you.
Hope you all get your own copy, and hope you all love reading Love Letters from the Future, and that it excites you as much as it has for us. So lots of love. Bye.
Hi, everyone.